my fellow compatriot, other Permanent Secretary, Dr. Rajeli, people who've travelled from New Zealand, people who have travelled from other places further away than Lami. Good morning to everybody, and it's tremendous to have you here. Can I start the day, just first of all, even with the bright flowers, by acknowledging some significant losses of late and commending the late Minister for Agriculture and Waterways, the Honourable Vatimi Raialu. Those of you will know that we changed the timing for the forum in acknowledgement of his very untimely passing a month or so ago. He was a very, very dedicated minister to this program of work, very clear in his expectations of me in my role as High Commissioner for New Zealand, and very clear in his hopes and aspirations for Fiji's future prosperity through agriculture. So I take this time to acknowledge him. As I can see in the room, members of the Fiji New Zealand Business Council, and we've had another very recent loss over the weekend. A number of people in this room will know him. Can I also acknowledge the very untimely passing of our dear friend Pamesh Chand, who will be laid to rest in Bar on Wednesday. I would also like to acknowledge the enormous amount of work that the Fijian government has put into organising this significant event, Vinaka Vakalevu. We're always very proud to partner with the government of Fiji, and in this instance to bring this mini trade forum together. In particular, I would like to acknowledge the generous sponsorship of Farmer Plus, jointly supported by Australian and New Zealand governments for a number of years now, for co-funding this important event. Farmer Plus gives us a great avenue and pathway to be able to bring people from the agricultural and farming sectors together, and to provide, I think I've seen during my time here, some very significant results, both at a community farming level but also at a wider national level, and the support is very much appreciated. Through our enhanced Pacific Market Access Partnership, the New Zealand Ministry for Primary Industries, good morning colleagues, has been working alongside Biosecurity Authority of Fiji and Fiji's Minister of Agriculture and Waterways to improve Fiji's biosecurity export assurance system for fresh produce in particular. So this has included a focus on production pathways that enable produce to travel, on ensuring that Fiji's fresh produce exports are free from pests when they arrive in New Zealand, and ensuring compliance with New Zealand's biosecurity requirements. We have well and truly heard the message that one of the sticking points in freeing up trade between our two countries is making sure that our biosecurity pathways are rigorous, as they need to be, but also able to be undertaken. So with these systems in place, the next step is really the work that you'll be doing this week to focus on expanding trade opportunities for Fiji's agricultural sector. And this week's mini trade forum is a really crucial part of that process. So thank you all for being here so early on a Monday morning and for dedicating your time throughout the week. The theme of this mini trade forum is bridging markets, building futures, strengthening Fiji's domestic and export trade through market-led partnerships and innovation. So this theme shifts our approach to a market-led strategy, ensuring that what is grown, produced and exported aligns with the market demands and consumer needs. And some of you may have been at the Fiji New Zealand Business Council breakfast event just across the road a week or so ago, when Deputy Prime Minister Manoa Kamakamitha talked about the need for farmers to really understand the market into which they are producing. This is part of that process, understanding not only what crops to plant, but at what volumes, and where your market really is a key to success. So as part of this approach, I'm really encouraged to see such a good representation of the people who really do the work at the grassroots level, literally the farmers, our exporters, in partnership with government agencies, private sector representatives, financial institutions and our development partners. And I'm very pleased to see Glynis. Thank you. It's always lovely to see you. Welcome. To have Pacific Trade and Invest and importers in New Zealand here to share in up-to-date insights on the New Zealand market and to highlight some of those potential opportunities for Fiji and provide some advice around export readiness. So please use Glynis and her team, she's here in orange, as a key resource for you this week. She knows the market better than anyone. She, like some of the rest of us, lives in two countries at the same time and has the insights that go along with that blessing to be geographically located across two countries. You may not know this, but I'm always pleased to be reminded of it. Fiji is the Pacific's largest fresh produce exporter to New Zealand. and it supplies more than 80% of the region's fresh produce exports. So as a result, Fiji has a unique opportunity to position itself within the New Zealand market. Every time my family and I go home to New Zealand for a holiday, the first stop from us, because we fly into Wellington, is Pack and Save Kilburnie to shop up. It is always exciting and interesting to see what new Fiji products have entered the market since we've been away. And over the 3.5 years that I've been in Fiji, that's definitely grown from just chilies to a wider range of produce, and I think the potential, as I've seen it on the ground in Fiji, is limitless. So New Zealand's fresh produce market is worth $2.7 billion, and we cannot meet that demand locally, however excellent we are at farming. There is absolutely an opportunity here in Fiji for Fiji to export its delicious tropical fruits and vegetables that my children will very much miss when we go home at the end of the year, that we can't grow in New Zealand. We have complementary climates, let us make the most of them. There is also an opportunity to supplement New Zealand's domestic production. So there are a number of things that we both grow, but as we say, for an agriculturally exporting nation, we cannot meet our own domestic needs. Fiji is a much valued partner in that process. These fresh produce exports are significant for farming communities and for the Fijian economy. We all watched the budget carefully over the last few weeks. We have heard the Prime Minister's and Minister's aspirations and determined pathways towards prosperity on this side. There is an equally determined pathway from New Zealand, I can say. So a number of you will have been in the room when my Prime Minister Luxon, and Prime Minister Rambuka together committed to growing trade between New Zealand and Fiji to $2 billion by 2030. We're at $1.4 billion now. I know, again, let me recommend, because I can see James Trussler sitting in the back, the Fiji New Zealand Business Council for the work that they are doing to increase that trade to reach the target of $2 billion. We often describe that target as ambitious but achievable. But farmers, exporters and producers in this room are a key part of our pathway to that success. I would say there are opportunities for all of us to work together in partnership. We are also committed to looking at some of the technical upgrades that will underpin this work. So that's why we're proud to support the upgrades currently underway at the Nature's Way Cooperative High Temperature Forced Air Facility next to Nandi Airport, again through the Farmer Plus program. This facility supports an estimated $778,900 in annual trade between our countries, and that's around 500 tonnes of fresh produce. It's a significant enabler for people in this room. We are also very pleased, for those of you from Singatoka, to support plant and food researchers' efforts with farmers in the Singatoka Valley to look at climate-smart agriculture and resilient farming systems. Not just in Fiji, but around the region, there's a very significant body of work being done to draw together those linkages between agriculture and climate change. We know that we have to be smarter. We know that we have to innovate. It has been very exciting to see the science and the practice in farming catch up with that realisation in the last few years, and there is a long way to go from here. So thank you all for the time